Talk the things me come fi talk the things, you hear? Talk the things me come fi talk the things, you hear me? Talk the things me come fi talk the things. Me no business, me no care if them screw face. Whoa! Talk the things me come fi talk the things, you hear me? Talk the things me come fi talk the things. Whoa! Talk the things me come fi talk the things. Me no business, me no care if them no worried me. Talk the things me come fi talk the things, you hear? Talk the things me come fi talk the things. Whoa! Talk the things me come fi talk the things. Me no business, me no care if them screw face. Whoa! Talk the things me come fi talk the things. You hear? Talk the things me come fi talk the things. Whoa! Talk the things me come fi talk the things. Me no business, me no care if them not like me. Talk the things me come fi talk the thing. You hear? Talk the things me come fi talk the thing. Whoa! Talk the things me come fi talk the things. You no business, me no care if them screw face. Wow! Talk the things me come fi talk the thing. You hear? Talk the things me come fi talk the things. Whoa! Talk the things me come fi talk the things. Me no business, me no care if them no worried. They hear me fun too much, too much. Whoa! Them not like me not like them. Them not rate me. Me and them no friend. Me don't see you care the whole of them are eating. Talk the things me come fi talk the thing. You hear? Talk the things me come fi talk the thing. Whoa! Talk the things me come fi talk the things. Me no business, me no care if them screw face. Whoa! Talk the things me come fi talk the thing. You hear? Talk the things me come fi talk the things.
Shine Bright Promotions present Hype Over Fashion. Hype Over Fashion. Fire Feelings. Birthday Celebration.
Thick man, badam, bumbo, clad rich.
Spring Color Sexy Edition. Hype Over Fashion. Saturday, May 30th, 2026 at 440 S. Charlton Road, Stone Mountain, Georgia. Music by Fire Impact International, Alliance Family, DJ Rez, and Negus British. Hype Over Fashion. Fire Feelings. Birthday Celebration. Spring Color Sexy Edition. On Saturday, May 30th. Doors open from 10 p.m. This event is sponsored by Shine Bright Promotion. Let's Talk the Things TV, FF Vibes Radio, and Eventry Consultancy.
Just book a girl from Brooklyn. Stush thing.
Well, what a brand new day, but I like do road and see if I could link one of me brethren them, but cause you done this the weekend. I see if I could link my dog. We're going on broski, we're going on germs, everything good. Yo, I day, so you know it's Friday and you don't know we ready for party, dog. Yeah, so you don't know we got hit a club tonight. Yeah, bro, you don't know we got party, but if we're going on germs, it's something I want to tell you long. Remember as a brethren, it's gotta be real to your brethren them. Them spot on your face, bro, you gotta do something about them thing, buddy, on a real life level, bro. You know, we don't admire man and them thing, but you're my G, you understand? I like cancer like trying for get a cream or get something for sort out this thing with G and me finding nothing. Germs here going on. You know it's your dog. I got a solution. You ever hear about the skincare solution for all ages? What skincare solution for all ages you're talking about, man? Yeah, germs. I got a sister named Shelly Campbell. She got a skincare for all ages. It's the #1 direct selling skincare company in the world, bro. I'm using it. Bro, you don't tell me nothing all the time. By germs, I trying to let you know what's going on like you don't dep or nothing, dog. Are you ever going on? Collect this number and call the woman, buddy. Where's the number, bro? The number is 917-602-8456. Or you could follow her on IG at MK_Shelly3. Yeah, telling you? 917-602-8456. Germs are why you gonna call this woman and get your package, bro. Yo, again and do the now. No more land. We cancel this party tonight. Come in there in them thing, but I want this thing go away. You understand? So again, I call Shelly. No.
Mind your business, make money.
Oh, not again, man, not again. Chaja, I got to get this engine fixed. Oh, shucks. Hey, like call me, bro. Hey, what going on there? What going on, germs? Hey, I days, dog. Right now, me head hot to me, bro. Me engine ain't starting. Where me engine ain't starting? Not the other day you fix your engine. But I mean, no, these man ain't do a good work or what, right? I want to know what part I could get me engine fixed, bro. Alright, don't say 40. I got to help you out, because you know you're my brother. Excitement. Hey, what going on? It's all about E&F General Auto Repair Inc., bro. These man, them specialize in everything when it comes to your car, your engine, your wheel, you know what I mean? Your carburetor, wherever it is, bro. These man is the man, them go fix your vehicle. Alright, well, like no part of these people, them then, man. These people are located at 5731 Cooper Avenue, yeah, Glendale, Queens. You understand? You could contact them on 347-844-9333 or 347-357-8723 or 646-972-8828. It is enough number. Well, all three them number, you must get onto them, man. You never gonna me wasting no more time about it. I gonna deal with this engine now. Alright, do your thing, drums. You don't know. It's all about A and F. General Auto Repair Inc. Best auto mechanic them. Definitely, guys. You understand? Alright.
Me darker than midnight, me darker than cool.
Planning to take a trip to Guyana? Planning to do a tour in Guyana? Well, this is the ideal company for you to call. And we're talking about Matthews 24-hour bus service, city and nature tours. Airport trip, church trip, family outing, local tour, river tour, Kaichor Fall tour, Entori, Amarinian Village, Suriname, and Brazil tour. Matthews 24-hour bus service, city and nature tour. You guys could contact them on 592-639-2663, 592-673-2348. Let me give you back that number, 592-639-2663 or 592-673-2348. You guys could also follow him on Facebook at Matthews 24-hour bus service, city and nature tour. Yes, guys, or you could contact Matthew direct with this number here, 639-2663. That's 639-2663. Matthews 24-hour bus service, city and nature tour. Planning a tour? Well, definitely you guys need to check this out. Matthews 24-hour bus service and nature tour. Get there. Do not wait for next year.
Legacy tour coming to Atlanta.
Answer the question. Are you in your own? I'm bunny rabbit because you're up in a love.
June 6, 2026. Who we got on that night?
Henrik Dewsbury.
From the cross to the grave, and from the grave to the sky. We lift you up higher. Jesus.
Done
The way and fire.
We are the ones set apart. Oh yeah. Longevity we pray for. We rap the kingdom forever. I said we are the ones set apart.
Anonymous.
Leave the blood, they better hide away. Find some place, slide away. 66 loaded like right away. Hey, clap demons like back up, back up.
You know,
DJ Chosen,
DJ Glenn,
and a whole lot more.
Sophia Bryan, Renee Cullen.
Great and mighty, great and mighty is the Lord God, strong and mighty.
We want to big up Pastor Tito Paul, Pastor Angela Paul.
Yes, sir.
Big up the entire Power of Praise Ministry for hosting this tour. It's going to be a night where we glorifying God. Caribbean style. I know he's rock already. Christ and we kind of stone, so we never quit.
Brick by brick, brick by brick. Christ and we kind of stone, so we never quit.
Shine Bright Promotions present Hype Over Fashion. Hype Over Fashion. Fire Feelings Birthday Celebration.
Man, badam, bumbo, clock rich.
Spring Color Sexy Edition. Hype Over Fashion. Saturday, May 30th, 2026 at 440 S. Charlton Road, Stone Mountain, Georgia. Music by Fire Impact International, Alliance Family, DJ Reds, and Negus British. Hype Over Fashion. Fire Feelings Birthday Celebration. Spring Color Sexy Edition on Saturday, May 30th. Doors open from 10 p.m. This event is sponsored by Shine Bright Promotions. Let's talk to Things TV, FF Vibes Radio, and Eventually Consultancy.
Just fuck a girl from Brooklyn. Stush thing.
You Georgetown, get ready for it. Fail Productions alongside Ivy Set present Shamrock Bird Night Exception Concert Part 2 on Saturday, May 30th, 2026. The Girls Guide Pavilion comes alive. Live performances by Nature Boy, Mario Keen, Ezzy Ratcliffe, Rallo, Wi-Fi, Maribel, Stumpy, God I King 9, Lambi, Firefred, Alabama, Upliftment, Bali's, and Ja Isla, all backed by the Live Trumpet Sound Band with MC Chow Pow. Music provided by DJ Mark and DJ Safi. So make sure you log in that date. It's Exemption Concert Part 2.
Premier Promotion presents Summer Glow Volume 4. Sunday, July 5th, at the Retrieve Hardcore, Lindell, Guyana. Music by Bishop Escobar of Jamaica, Gully Rasta Moose, Bobby Kush, DJ Ice, Boombird and Qualla Top Ranks. Glow time, 7 p.m. Remember, you have to look good, dress good, and smell good, and wear your glow color. So remember, Sunday, July 5th, Summer Glow, Volume 4, Escobar Rasta hit. You must be 8 an hour to drink responsibly. Although a Guyana with it. No, oh.
Shine Bright Promotions present Hype Over Fashion. Hype Over Fashion. Fire Feelings. Birthday Celebration.
Thick man, badam, bumbo, clad rich.
Spring Color Sexy Edition. Hype Over Fashion. Saturday, May 30th, 2026 at 440 S. Charlton Road, Stone Mountain, Georgia. Music by Fine Pack International, Alliance Family, DJ Reds, and Negus British. Hype Over Fashion. Fire Feelings. Birthday Celebration. Spring Color Sexy Edition. On Saturday, May 30th. Doors open from 10 p.m. This event is sponsored by Shine Bright Promotion. Let's talk to things TV, FF Vibes Radio, and Eventry Consultancy.
Just fuck a girl from Brooklyn. Stush thing.
What's on YouTube? What's up Facebook? What's up Twitch? What's up Kick? We in the building, man. Y'all don't know what's going on, man. It's your boy Fire Feelings back at it again. Welcome down to the show. Welcome down to Let's Start the Things Garden Talk Show. I'm your host with the most. You know what it is, man. Your boy Fire Feelings there on the panel. And everything alright on the channel. You know what I mean? Just come for tapping with you quick. You don't know. You come for take too long. You know what I mean? Tomorrow you done is the big day and I want to go get some rest early. So, you know, tap in, deal with some stuff, quick and fast, and we out. You understand? All right. So, big up everybody that definitely tune in. Everybody roping in 1122, because you don't know. So, start since 8:30, but yeah, was dealing with some editing, so you don't know. Wanted to finish out editing some stuff before it started. You understand? So, you don't know the ball game already with their on ends. Giving thanks to Almighty Father still, and you don't know it goes already. Want to say good night, good night, good night, good night. Hope everybody doing great. Hope everybody doing fine. We don't know what's up. It's the next edition of Let's Start the Things Calling Talk Show. One of the hottest show on planet Earth. I tell you, how people is get so heated on the show. It only left for somebody get hurt. I'm telling you. What? This is about the show on planet Earth. So big up to my brothers and sisters. You understand? You don't know the thing already. Big up everybody that tuned in for the ones and threes. And the threes and fours. Right? Hold on there. You understand, guys? Yeah, man. So, we're there in the building and everything. All right, ready for the show, ready for kickoff. 2 hours. Normally, it would be 3 hours, but boy, gotta get, I want to go and get some rest. I gotta get some beauty sleep. You understand? Because you see, when tomorrow reach, they ain't got no sleep, you know. Up to now, me ain't touch the barber shop, nothing. You understand? Forget a little line up, trim up, you know what I mean? Around the ends, and you know, normal thing, up to now. So, as soon as I wake up, Bob, man, don't get scheduled from 9 o'clock. I supposed to done there. Boom, I want to wake up early, start get things in place, you know what I mean? So, definitely won't be going too late tonight. You know, I got things to deal with tomorrow. So, big up everybody that is in the building. Shout out to all those persons who was a sponsor today. You understand? Thank you guys for doing what you're doing. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for all your support and love that you guys have been giving me. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, really appreciate it. No lie. From the deep bottom of my heart. And I hope you guys continue to support me, whether it's calling, dropping donations, dropping a comment, sharing, giving the video a thumbs up. So it go. Big up. Alright, see what going on now. We ain't gonna waste no time, cause like I said, a day is a quick and fast, so we die out here. It says done. 9 o'clock, so I mean, you're done now, we going up to 10:30. You understand? Yes. A quick hour and a half, and then we out here. So who check in, who get for checking in, check in. Road got burn up. So you don't know. Shout out to those persons who are going to be forward into the party. Appreciate it for those persons who's not. It's alright. I'm going to try to see if I could record, how much I could record, so we could play it and show you guys Monday what really went down in the event. Like I said, could be one man there. I still happy because I'm celebrating life. You understand? And like I said, every day is my birthday. So me really watching face and watching nothing. You know it goes already, right? So we got everybody in the building, everybody who checking in. Yeah, I don't know how the code go already. Please do the right thing and don't let the right thing do you guys. You understand? Yeah, I can't let the right thing do you. Remember, it's all about the best auto mechanic. We're talking about E&F General Auto Repair Inc. Yes, they located at 5721 Cooper Avenue, Glendale, Queens. Telephone number 347-844-9333 or 347-357-8723. Remember, guys, come on board with Let's Start the Things TV for your advertisement need. Contact those number 347-801-6231 and come on board. We got some great packages. Yes, guys, it's about the best auto mechanic E&F General Auto Repair Inc. Check them out. 5721 Cooper Avenue, Glendale, Queens. Telephone number again 347-844-9333 or 347-357-8723. Best auto mechanic, guys. You know it go already. Shelly, big up to my sister from another one. You know it goes already. She got that skincare solution for all ages, guys. Come on. If you got skin problem, you know, you got acne, you know, you got some spots, it's not going away. No matter what you're doing, you use it. Everything that's not working, listen what I'm telling you. That is work. That is work. Call her, man. She's a Guyanese supporting, and even if you're not a Guyanese, you could still support her. Although she's a Guyanese. You guys could contact her. Like I said, I'm using the products, so you know how it goes. Ready? Contact her on 917-602-8456. That's 917-602-8456. Or visit her on our Instagram at mk_Shelly3. The number one selling skincare company in the world. She's definitely back in. And like I said, it's a skincare solution for all ages. Alright? Remember, if you're in Kanye, definitely you got your loved ones and you need some support. Now, you're that kind of person, don't like your elderly loved one, whether it's your mother, your father, whoever is left in your care to leave the house. You would like whoever giving you that support come to the house. Alright, when you're done, you could link Cater Home Healthcare Inc. They're located at 1424 Veterans Drive Street. 1424 Veterans Drive Street, Suite 3A, Conyers. Yes, guys, definitely. And the telephone number is 770-648-7532. You guys could visit them on their website at www.caterhomecare.com. You know, it goes with the trusted home care for peace of mind. It's all about studio. Yeah, cozy studio for rent. They located in Montfortune, St. Lucia. You know, it goes already. Enjoy a cozy, stylish, and tranquil restraint in St. Lucia. In Montfortune, St. Lucia, offering a peaceful comfort for solo travelers, couple, and business visitors alike. This one bedroom Airbnb contain 1 bedroom, 1 bath, baby crib, air conditioner, hot and cold water, outdoor dining, barbecue grill, secure parking, complimentary Wi-Fi. Yes, guys, you guys could contact them for more information on 758-732-4486. At 758-732-4486. That is it. You know. Burn up. So you don't know what's going on. We burning up the road 12 seconds. Maybe just checking the building. You understand? Right? So everything art, everything plug in. Big up to everybody who tune in on Facebook, Kick, Twitch, and also YouTube. You guys know the code. Thanks to everybody for the birthday shout outs. Really appreciate it. All right, guys. All right. See you guys now. Tonight we're gonna kick it off. with an interview. Yeah, guys. Okay, no, I share the thing. I want to know why looking. All right. So we got a piece of interview for touch point tonight with Ganesh Paul. Ganesh. Manipal or something like that, right? All right. I think he's a part of the APNU or PNC, or he was, or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody who's still giving me that shout out, man. Love you guys as the board day is still going, you know. Tomorrow's the big board day party. So you don't know we're doing it, man. It's like, it's cool. We got this. All right? See, we're going now. Let me jump straight into this. Big up to everybody, like I said, that tune in, that checking in. We love you guys. Big up to those persons who's at work, those persons who may be home from work, those persons who may be going to work right now, persons who working from home, you know. It's a different time. People is hustling, people is doing them things. So I want to show it to you. Once again, shout out to all the nurses, the doctors, shout out to all the officers, them, you know what I mean? Big up to everybody that say, yo, you're alive and you're on the land of you're on the land of the living, you know what I mean? That's it. So once we got life, that's the main important thing. Condolence to everybody who lost somebody. You know, I lost my father last year, you know, so it is what it is, man. I don't know, but still, peace and love to everybody. Let's jump into the first topic. Let's hear this whereby they say this is a PPP supporter in some way that decide to leave the PPP for some kind of reason. So this interview is an interview with a former PPPC member and cousin of President Infran Ali. Oh my God. Hola, doy. The president, Famo. So them say, somebody pay. Thank God it's not faking Muhammad he go in. Anyway, let me jump on here. Let me jump across this and here we're going on with this about because this look crazy. Let's get it. Yeah.
Hello, Guyana. I'm joining you again with another video. This time, I intend to bring to your attention some troubling effects from a member of the People's Progressive Party. But this is not just any member. In fact, he told me that he's no longer a member, and he has significant reasons why he no longer wish to be associated with the People's Progressive Party. I firmly believe that these information, these revelations, and these discussions must involve you, the public, so you can understand and see and hear from the individuals themselves. Not necessarily me as a politician just sitting and talking with you. But we have to ensure that we hear directly from the horse's mouth. That is, the people who are directly affected by politics and political parties. And I'm sitting here with a gentleman who goes by the name of Mr. Riaz Rafiq. And Riaz Rafiq is no ordinary People's Progressive Party member, or I should say, no ordinary former People's Progressive Party member. Mr. Rafiq, thank you for joining me, and I know you have a lot to say. But before you begin, let me ask you, first of all, to tell the viewership something about yourself. Tell the viewership something about you.
Yes, MP Mahibola. Thank you very much for, first of all, to have me on your program. And I'm happy to discuss with you some of these important issues that personally I have been encountered during my time as a young politician who love politics, who willing to continue in politics, but because of the deficiencies that happen in our country when it comes to politics and the victimization, it doesn't allow me sometimes to carry on further. But to answer your question and to tell you a little bit about myself, I hail from Leg One on the Essequibo Island, and I born and grew there. I attended Merivale Primary School, and I am a family of the Rafiq family. I'm a grandson of Mr. Rafiq, who was an imam for the Enterprise Jamaat, and also a family of our president, Irfan Ali. We grew up very humble. We grew up very struggling. It was 26 a week one time in our house. But still in those days, things were good. My grandfather, he worked very hard and he provided for all of us until we leave and we all came to town and to further our studies. I love culture. I'm a singer by profession. I travel both locally here in Guyana and abroad. I perform on many shows. I've made this contribution towards when I was in the People's Progressive Party. I was well known in the People's Progressive Party as a singer. Right, everybody who reached me and encountered with me in the People's Progressive Party across this country, they know me as a great singer, and they respect me in that culture. But for some reason, in this country, Mr. Mahibal, when you want to be on the right track and you want to question things, because I'm genuine, I grew up in a way that we are genuine. We grow up very genuine. We like to talk the truth. We like to be very genuine people because we like to help people. So on that political part, regardless of what culture I was involved in, the politics doesn't allow me to ask question and the relevant question, right? Because
you said just now that you are a relative of Irfan Ali.
Correct.
How are you related to Irfan?
Well, his grandmother and my grandfather are brothers and sisters.
Oh, his grandfather.
No, his grandmother.
His grandmother
and my grandfather.
Grandfather.
Brothers and sisters.
Mm-hmm. So the two
my
of you
mother
are
and his
cousins.
My mother and his mother are first cousins.
That makes you and him second
right,
cousin.
Second cousin.
Okay.
Right. So and because even though we are cousins, we had a long rival in the PPP because the way we grew and the way they grew. We were not. The things become different because when we do things politically or even in culture, or even within normalcy, we do things genuinely towards people. My grandfather was an imam. He would help so many people without any kind of returns, right? As I grew older, I get to love politics more because I went through the Akrobi. I was a student of the Akrobi. I was taught directly by Mr. Navin Chandrapal and Dr. Chedi Jagan at the Gau building.
Okay.
Right? They are members in the People's Progressive Party.
You have a strong history in the party.
Right. So I'm not only a member of the PPP, I study the history of the PPP. I defend the PPP at a lot of levels and on many chances. Right? I was deeply involved and very active in the PPP, especially in the East Bank, from Eccles to Timiri. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Even though that some of the comrades might want to not acknowledge that, but my presence there was well recognized by all the People's Progressive Party members. Now, coming back to myself is that I always like to be involved in politics, as I said to you. And when I get involved in politics, I find that I had an opportunity, or I think I had an opportunity to improve in that level. And I did on some occasion when things were going nice. Everybody like you in the PPP, right? But Mr. Mahipal, I want to bring to the attention of this entire country and beyond that when you involve in the People's Progressive Party, and once you are a devout truth speaker or a plain speaker, I can tell you point blank, you don't have no position in the People's Progressive Party. Because I am a victim of victimization because I speak the truth. And I want to tell you why. I want to give you evidence. There's some projects that are going on in East Bank. Late last year, there were many projects that were given out by the Ministry of Public Works. Monies that leave from the year before had to be spent in order to come to the next budget. And those monies were allocated in small contracts, varying from like 3 million, 2 million, 1 million, 700,000. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it's very troubling and worrying to know that this is a country that we involve in. We are representing people. We want to see people improve. We are boasting about the fastest growing economy. And we want to see people improve. But I can tell you basically on the ground, I'm traveling on the ground every single day. The average person on the ground has no opportunity in this country when it comes to earning something decent. It's very troubling. It's very struggling. Mm-hmm. children look at Borbies, the mother had to kill the daughter because strugglation, because of the circumstances she was in. She couldn't afford to mind the child. The father walked off and she decided to strangle the child. There are many other issues of that. So when these contracts was given out last year, most of the councillors from the Grove Diamond NDC, right, including the Speaker of the National Assembly, I drove him personally with the canter belongings to the PPP. There's a guy by the name of Dax, that is in Eccles. He's a big beneficiary of the People's Progressive Party and contracts. So he would lend the PPP these vehicles. I drive all his vehicles here with the permission of the Honorable Speaker and Mr. Vikram Bharat and Kwame Mackay. Right? I'm there with them day in, day out on every project. So when these contracts was given out, it was amusing to see that these contracts was given to persons who is politically associated with the People's Progressive Party and not the ordinary people. You have the councillor from constituency, the A Avenue constituency, goes by the name of Kevin. He earned a contract for $1 million. Nothing came out of the contract, right? The biggest thing that we get followed for with the People's Progressive Party and his bank here, the building that the old community center at the back of Freshco, which is go by the Diamond Community Center. That is a building standing there for a number of years, since in the PNC days. Number of years. And that building, we had a project where we were going to break down the entire building and rehabilitate a brand new building. DGCell built the booth in front, which called the, when they got the cricket, they got the commentator booth. They have a commentator booth, DGCL donate that free, right? The building itself, when the carpenter them started to break the building, we find that the building was brand new. Back in the days, you would have some very powerful green heart materials. So those were the materials that are on the building. So it is surprising to know that we decided now that we are not going to break this entire building. We're going to rehabilitate it, paint it back, put a nice ceiling, and make it worthwhile for activities. The project was carried on. $30 million was invested in the project. $13 million.
To you, it was worth that amount of money?
Well, DDL was one of the main contributors towards this building.
Okay.
DDL, they contribute a lot towards the rehabilitation of this building. $30 million was allocated to the rehabilitation of a brand new building. Right?
This serious though, y'all ever going on there?
So we didn't go on.
This man basically saying that to you know what I mean? Couldn't take the bull crap with them there pun. It's a bag of bull crap. I'm telling you guys, it's my birthday. And we're gonna go down the line. Let's get it. Yeah, man. This will show you what's going on with these, man.
Down the building.
Oh, so this 30 million wasn't government money. It was private investors.
And part of government.
Okay, so it's
part of government.
It was private.
Minister Charles Ramson was there. Mansoor Nadir was there. Vikram Bharat was there. And they formed a committee to overlook.
Okay.
The thing. But in the PPP, when they form a committee, right, they handpick a person that's going to represent them. Right? It's going to handpick a person or a group of persons that's going to represent the interests of this PPP group. That whatever happened here, these persons were handpicked so they can be covered in the event of something. Right? So a group of persons handpicked to overlook the project. $30 million was allocated to the project, and the building wasn't breakdown. It's a rehabilitated building, and I can tell you point blank, if we go in a tour there right now, you can look at the building and you, in your own estimation, you can realize that $30 million wasn't done or used for that building.
Okay.
Right? In addition to that, $30 million for rehabilitation of a paint a building and make it a little nice. They came to the table for additional $10 million, which amounted to $40 million.
So where were they getting the $10 million from?
Well, Mansoor and Bharat and Vikram Bharat, they were behind the project.
Okay.
They were the persons who were, when they have these important meeting, when they discuss the money, it's just a few persons would go there and sit and listen to the negotiations and where the money coming from. A company related to the ExxonMobil give them at that very time some money to start the play field in 20th Avenue in Diamond. Right? Years pass. Charles Ramson visit, and all the visits, I can show you photographs. I got tons and tons of photographs and video to show you. And all the visit I was there when Minister Ramson came. And we visited these grounds. He says he's going to do all the necessary things for these grounds. My people, I'm very surprised to know that years pass, elections pass, government after government, they remain in office, and nothing happened to these grounds. Absolutely nothing. It's a total chaos in Diamond. Right? Big, large amount of trees, big commodities, crocodile, all these things coming out from these vegetations, coming on the roadways, walking. Right? So when I question, coming back to the point now, why I was kicked out, so to speak, from the People's Progressive Party is because I started to question. We have a group chat on WhatsApp where I ask questions.
Ministers of government are on that group chat?
I have the group chat. Minister Vikram Bharat is in it. Mansoor Nadir is in it. Kwame Makaya is in it. And your name Amina is on it from the ministry at Kwame office there. You have several other big persons is on this group chat. It was no ordinary group chat.
Okay.
When you send a message to this group chat, it was very effective because you have person there still in authority, right? We had access, being a part of the PP, we had access to these ministers, and we would go to them from time to time, or they would come to us, and we would air our concerns.
So you were questioning the additional 10 million?
Well, not only 10 million, I was questioning the entire 40 million.
Okay.
Because, in my estimation, 40 million could never be the amount of money spent on that building. Right? Because I built 3 buildings already. Right? I own 3 property. I built 3 property. And I can tell you 40 million could never be on that building. Right? So now let me get down to the root of things. I like when the ministers and the vice president and the president go on the air and say that this is a government of integrity and this is a government of accountability. If they're a government of accountability, what is it so hard for when you ask a simple question of $40 million and I was kicked out of a group? So what if I ask of the entire budget, how the entire budget was spent in the country?
Yes.
You understand? They probably want to extradite me like what they're doing to somebody politician in this country. Right? But Mahipal, you're a member of parliament. I'm not afraid to speak out to this nation. I'm not somebody in this country who depends on the government and the People's Progressive Party. You can say that publicly. I never benefited from the government or the People's Progressive Party. In fact, revealing another information.
But your earphones,
we have a difference, and he knows that. The family knows that. Right? I love my family, but
what do you think of Irfan's presidency?
I always say that, in my personal opinion, Irfan, he's not the president of this country. He's just placed there in a position where he defends his masters. He's placed there to defend his masters. Because, and I come to the point now, this government has a lot of money. The ministers, them are wealthy, filthy wealthy in this country. Right? They victimize the poor set of people in this country.
Do you think they got rich honestly?
That could never be, because I personally know the president of this country, we born and growing leg one. We come from, I could take you to leg one and show you. Or I can
Right, tell you why. Yo. I can't joke here with the president cousin, sir. Man, make it know that he don't think so. None of them ain't get rich. Normal. It's beer thieving. I telling you, hail up my real guy needs people hold strong. Yeah, man. Bronx man, big up yourself, you know what I mean? Glen Rick, big up. Donna, big up. Yeah, you know?
Sleep. That could never be, because this government has a country.
Honestly?
They victimize the poor set of people in this country.
Do you think they got rich honestly?
That could never be, because I personally know the president of this country, we born and growing leg one. We come from, I could take you to leg one and show you, or I can show you photos from
When him mouth open, story jump out. He making joke. They gonna get it right. They gonna learn.
From where we came from, right? And we come very humble and very honest in this country. We grow in a way where my grandparents taught us that in order to earn something, you must earn it honestly. And you should never stretch your hand and take things from people that is not in a position to give you, right? In my estimation, I think I have more qualification than the president. I'm an economic student at the University of Guyana. I can't remember in my lifetime that the president of this country was ever attended the University of Guyana, right? I'm an economic student. I came through the PPP and I was involved in so many projects. I was selected on so many projects. The largest project in this country, which is the Hague Bush landfill site.
Yes.
When I was involved with the Eccles Ramsburg NDC, I served there as a deputy chairman and as a councillor, and later moved up to chairman in an interim body. And I was selected but it was an interim body at that time. And we were selected, a group of us were selected to travel around the island to study about the solid waste management program, right? And to be selected in these things, you have to be actively involved in the society.
You got some degree.
You have to have some level of understanding, comprehension, and you have to understand the needs of the people.
Yeah.
You understand? If you're into politics, one of the things I learned in politics is that if you don't understand the needs of the ordinary people, then politics is not a business for you to be involved with.
So let me ask you this. As a person who is intimately involved with the People's Progressive Party, and I must tell you that and you know this, the perception out there is that the government is riddled with mass corruption. From the president come right down to all his ministers, even permanent secretaries and so on.
Yo, big up. Big up to my dog Calvis, just now checking up on Facebook. How you doing, my bro?
It's riddled with mass corruption.
Correct.
Do you believe that?
I 100% believe that. Because there are situations where, look, for instance, the president and the vice president sat on a national television to dismiss or fired all the RUs from around the country. But one remaining. And I think there's in Region 7.
Region 9.
Region 9.
Carl
right?
Singh.
Carl Singh, right, Region 9. There are persons in the PPP, like Dwight John, he's the regional RE of Region 10.
Yeah, was. He was the RE.
There were Ronald Harsewak, who was I think was part of Letem side. He was something in Letem. All of we come together in the PPP. We came up in the PPP. So Nigel Darmlal, he was actively involved at the time. Until he started to get into this nasty behavior with little girls and things. I reached him personally. But to come back to the point is that the PPP and all the ministers at this point in time is actively involved in mass corruption. And I want to highlight a few things here because this interview now is going to be made public. And I always wanted, right? It takes me a lot of energy and effort to sit on an interview to expose the dirty politics in the PPP. And Mr. Mahipal, I have no apologies for that. And the reason why I have no apologies for that, as I said earlier, I'm not a beneficiary in anything concerning the government and the People's Progressive Party. I give to the People's Progressive Party.
So you have no reason to protect them?
I have no reason to protect them. And I have no reason to speak up. Because there's no person in this country that can say, or any government minister could come up and say, Rafik benefited from 5 house or Rafik benefited from 4 vehicle, because that never happened. Right? They victimize me, even with my vehicle.
So let's come back to this whole aspect of the corruption, because I am a very staunch advocate for us to put measures in place to ensure that we can minimize the amount of corruption I personally am seeing. And I'm sure several Guyanese would like to know that corruption can be reduced so that benefits can come mostly to the people, the ordinary people. Tell us about the corruption that you know of and what you can substantiate.
So one of the things I want to highlighted that I see happening for a number of years. And this has to do with the integrity of the Guyana Police Force. And I hope that the commissioner and the commanders of this division could listen to this, because some of them know me personally. And I want them to pay keen attention. Now, Mr. Mahipal, I worked at the Textile University for quite a while. There are many students that attended this Textile University that is government ministers' children.
Okay.
Right? They are government ministers' children. The police force is governed by an independent or independency that is away from any affiliation or political affiliation.
Interference.
Right? Now we have ministers' children, and I can verify this. I asked securities and my manager at Texela a few times about this particular situation. I worked here. I see ministers' children coming into this compound using heavily tinted vehicle and police lights. The flashlight, the red and the blue lights.
With sirens too?
They come with the lights.
Okay.
Sometimes it's on the windshield, or sometimes it's just below the lights at the bottom there. Right? But I've been in politics and government work for a number of years. Right? I was subject to these kind of opportunity. But I wasn't part of the police force, so that I have this immunity to drive, or my children should drive on the road and have the authority to bore through traffics using sirens and police flashlights. And you're not a member of the police force. You're not a member of government. You're not a member of parliament. You're just a child of a minister.
Even members of parliament don't enjoy that privilege, right? But I do agree that is a burning issue across the country. I have even raised it several times. That why is it that you have so many private vehicles on the roadway using flashing red and blue lights and also the sirens, meandering their way through traffic, causing greater disturbance and so on. So that's a burning issue. I personally think Onage Waldron is a failure, and she's not doing what is expected to ensure law and order is being held up. But of course, Onage is subject to greater powers, and she has to answer to her masters. But I want us to examine more in details about the whole aspect of the corruption that is really plaguing our society. And these people who are receiving contracts, several properties, overnight richness, and so on. I'm sure, do you have any information concerning those kind of things?
Being a part of the People's Progressive Party, contracts give out to affiliates, families, friends, cronies, favorites. Contracts goes those way. On the East Bank here, they have a system of corruption, heavily corruption though, not no ordinary corruption. I can pinpoint a few of the corruptions that's happening. So when a contract is being given out, right? Like I was on the drive when they given out this contract, these small contracts where they had to use up these amount of money in order to go into the next
month, I think.
So when they're given out these contracts, there are several things that involve in the corruption, and things that is amusing, right?
Break it down for us.
And number one is that the Speaker of the House, Mr. Manzoor Nadir, he would usually come with me and he would sing his karaoke, have a nice time or whatever, and so, right? And being involved in that environment, they have a system, as I said earlier, there's a system of corruption, and they shut you out very fast because of the level of corruption. They don't want people like me to know about the corruption because I'm a plain speaker, point blank. Mr. Manzoor Nadir is the Speaker of the House. The Constitution of this country allows him to be impartial. He's not supposed to be involved in the politics, right? Corruption starts from there. Mr. Manzoor Nadir was actively involved in all the contracts on the East Bank
that were being distributed.
I drove him around the East Bank.
Okay, tell us some more about that.
So he would drive, he would go, he has his vehicle, I have a party vehicle, and we would carry him to the locations, right? That is to identify the projects that need to be done. There are engineers from the Ministry of Public Works who has a list of who make a list of all the programs, and then up to that point we know about. The disbursement of the contract is what we don't know about, because the disbursement of the contract is where the corruption lies. That is where the corruption lies. So I could walk and look. I want to use one example. There's a bridge that built in Grove, between the Squatting Area Grove and the Old Grove, direct at Third Street and Jimbo Bridge.
Mm-hmm.
There's a bridge built, a big bridge built to facilitate large vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
Right? This was a fine, narrow bridge.
Yeah, I know that bridge.
Right? Where people used to walk. Now they built a big bridge. That bridge no feasibility study was done. Right? I was involved in contract too, in the government. I know about contracts. No feasibility study was done. No public consultation, one of the most fundamental thing in the community. Public consultation was not done on the bridge. Now the resident complained, the bridge wanted to end the bridge like this, and the other one like this. So the neighbor on their side, every time the rain fall, she yard flood.
Mm.
So how is it? And who you think was in charge of the project? The vice chairman of the NDC, right? Mr. Ramphal. He was in charge of that project.
Was it a publicly tendered project?
Is a contract that came from the Ministry of
Public Works,
but it was supervised by the NDC.
Okay.
And there was no proper. There's the thing about the People's Progressive Party. Anything that they do, Mahibal, anything that the PPP did, right? They are selecting persons that can cover them. The cash grant registration last year, a handpicked person was selected, right? People came to me. I can identify them from Mokka and all these places. They work at the cash grant registration. You have Mr. Balraj Budwa, who is the party organizer for the East Bank. These people are being paid for the 3 days for registration. And he selected who he wanted to pay. Right? Because that happened because they selected him, a party person, to deal with it. So he decide now who he pay and who he not paying. Right? So he earned out of the work of the ordinary people. Right? Ulrich Paul, who is the chairman of the NDC, who and me had the problem concerning the police, the political victimization was so heavy that Ulrich Paul could have reached the commander in his office, Mr. DeHart, and tell Mr. DeHart to send 4 police by my home. And I can discuss this with you because the file has been to the DPP and it came back, and the DPP said it's a clear case of political victimization. So this is not a matter before the court, and it can be discussed. Mm-hmm. It can be released, right? So and corruption again, I'm giving you a sense of corruption. Mm-hmm. And because I question all the contracts in these banks, I question the NDC about the money that they're spending. I question the whereabouts of these large lifestyles that are going on in the community, right?
I'm telling you, there's no stubbornness going on. You see, there's the thing. And this is why you find out. You see, when you start questioning, nobody don't like when you start questioning. People just want you there in a party, there in a crew, there in a thing, and you're just doing whatever. But as soon as a man starts see something wrong, and a man say, man, yo, wisdom. Why y'all moving so man? One to this, one to that. Man, just be vexed with you. Like, bro, we want to know all about, just go with the flow, let we just do what we got to do and make this money. Did I tell you about it's got to be a leader, not a follower. I swear. That's why the Speaker of the House don't like the word corruption. Yeah, buddy. Rating Shady say he has no reason to respect them. And no reason to speak up. Well said. You know what I mean?
Mr. Paul.
Real talk. Get 2 calls and see what's going on. Phone lines are open. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. It's a call and talk show. Let me know what's your thoughts. Yeah, man. Good night, sis.
Blessed good night to you and all the listeners. Kiss the co-host and me. All I call to say, I love this video. A friend sent it to me since earlier. if was Muhammad the man he telling them things too, people would have said Muhammad pay for so.
I said the
So I
same
glad
thing
it
too.
wasn't Muhammad.
I say the same thing too.
I glad it's not Muhammad. But here the piece of next thing. The song where you want to sing. The devil got mad and I'm so glad. Glory, hallelujah. There's what kind of corruption in PPP camp and nothing still ain't gonna come out to it. Blessed November time.
Paul and Mr. D. Hart sent four policemen one morning by my home. Early morning, I was ready my son to go to school, 7-year-old child. They sent 4 police and they arrested me. They arrested me with my child. Right? I'm a member of the PPP. I want to speak truth. I want to be clear that I'm very open up to this public about truth, about accountability. And because of that, just imagine I'm a person, I'm interested in being accountable for what I'm doing. I was victimized. Police came to my home. They arrested me. They took me to the station from 9 o'clock and released me until 5 o'clock. I had to pay $50,000 to be released from Diamond Station.
Wow.
Cybercrime unit. Because
with
I
your
post
7-year-old son?
with my 7-year-old son.
So your 7-year-old son was with you at the time?
All the time.
The police had a 7-year-old with you sitting there?
I have full evidence of that.
Wow.
The OPR, the Office of Professional Responsibility, this matter went before them when I was released from custody. I went to the OPR the next day, and the OPR can verify that this is what happened. There's a complete file there. They arrested me. The most ugly thing that happened when they arrested me is when I asked the station sergeant at the time, who was Mr. G1, so for my son to have something to eat on that day. He told me coming back. That was around 11:30. Right? He never returned. He returned until 2 o'clock. When he returned at 2 o'clock, and I said, Mr. G1, my son didn't eat for the day. If I can have something to eat. He said that he don't know about that he didn't arrest me. He's not part of this. I mean, he's friend, whatever, and he's not part of this. Right?
How stupid is though. Me arrest you, but me use friend. Me use friend, but me not part of this. Me use listen okay now, but I can't do nothing with though. Them is not me arrest you. And you know what I mean, me use friend, but I can't be a part of this. With a man who hungry and got a child. Why you think I can't? I don't care them sort of slave master and mental slavery, not me. You all of this man is your friend. You can't look past and get this man something for eat in his son. But you can tell you that me use friend, but I can't be a part of this. Making joke by. This is the heart these people them is got for one another.
You never know. If the mom bring a lunch and give you or something, picking the child, the mom gonna get transferred. Remember, it's dictators. Government you're working under, so the mom got for free, and even if the mom willingly weak.
Jesus Christ.
You understand, my brother? This is what he's saying with Muhammad. When people are doing how Muhammad is there with them all the time, once you don't agree with what these people doing, you're gone on the hot seat. You hear the man said that don't send police after you. More to come with you, know it ain't done yet, it now start.
Go see ready.
Same thing they do Mark Benchcap when they bring you from the US to get hot up Desmond High track. But I listening in.
Good.
Yes, sir.
It's a hard road to travel and a rough way to go. But I can't turn back. Why made up? I never stop proceed. All right. As critics say, it and critic, it happened to critics. Critics say they throw you under the bus once you're not saying what they want you to say.
What?
Right now, you violate. And that he won't, once them ask you violate, if your own people you think is you and them is friend, they turn in the back because them in trying for coming, put throw under the bus with you too. Look the one there this morning that you play on the boat. Them are put you down at the bottom with everybody, bro. You understand? By what you think, by that they say, all of them get a hard road to travel and a rough one for you to go. Whatever happen, they can't come back. Yes, I guys many river to cross. Them ain't done yet. Idea. But good night to you, the technician and the lifestyle wife kid. Samuel, Madonna, Diane, and Shelly. Bless up to you. Tomorrow, have fun. The people down. Show them up. Light the fire upon them, upon the controller. Idea is good. All right, yeah.
My son eat until 5 o'clock this afternoon. Right? But I took the right level. I went to the OPR. I made the requisite complaint. And I must congratulate publicly the OPR, the head of the OPR, and the staff did excellent job. A file came back from the Director of Public Prosecution saying that is a clear case of political victimization.
Wow.
So I can safely tell you now that that is part of the corruption. There's evidence of the corruption because a member of the PPP wanted to highlight the corruption, questioning the accountability of the spending of the money, and he has been victimized with a 7-year-old child. And now there's evidence to show that is a clear case of political victimization. The officers was called before the OPR. They were disciplined and furthermore transferred. Right?
So let me tell you this. That's sad. That's very sad to know a 7-year-old child had to go through that. But I am no journalist, right? I don't profess to be anywhere close to journalism. Correct. I'm a politician. And I want to ask you directly, which minister of government you think is the most corrupt in the People's Progressive Party and why?
Well, to answer the question directly is that I find the entire PPP has a level of corruption, very high level of corruption, right? Ministers use, and this is how the corruption works. Let me give you a breakdown of how the corruption works at the ministerial level. They use the people at the ground level to activate the corruption, where the corruption lies. So let me say that there's a minister responsible for the East Bank. There are 2 ministers responsible for the district. The upper level is Vikram Bharat and the lower level of Kwame Mokai. Right?
Where are the boundaries? Upper level is from...
The upper level from Eccles to Craig.
Okay.
And from Craig to Suzdike.
Is Kwame
Mokai.
Okay.
So we work on all these levels with both ministers. There would normally be other ministers who would interject sometimes based on the situation. And you had like former minister Anand Prasad,
who was always
and I can bring a corruption of I commented the real level of corruption just now concerning that particular minister. All the ministers in the government, in my view, are corrupt, right? Because why I say so is because I reach out to several of the ministers. One day I travel all the way to Freedom House to reach with the vice president, and he refuses to meet with me to highlight this problem.
He knows you?
Yeah, he refuses me.
But he knows you?
Yes, he knows me.
Okay.
I provide PA system for the
I understand that, but I just wanted to establish that he knows
me. He knows me. The president, he knows me A1 because we are family.
Yes.
Right? When he look at this interview, he may probably have shocked to know that I take a different level in terms of this. But I must say very clearly that, and I want to make it very strategically clear, that I choose to come on this interview. I choose to meet out to you and have this discussion because it reached a time, Mr. Mahipal, that the Guyanese people need to speak out. The Guyanese people need to speak out because the victimization is clearly across the board, right? The government is boasting about the fastest growing economy. I want to know if the government or any of the ministers would walk the road, if they would jump in a bus on the park and travel to Timiri, sit amongst the passengers, or if they're going to come at an ordinary supermarket and take $5,000 and walk into the supermarket and come out back and show me how much the things they get from that supermarket. That is where I got to evaluate where a minister lies and where the ordinary people lies. Right? I'm helping a lot of people around this country when it comes to like sickness. Now, right now we have a child from the interior, Region 1, that is having a heart issue. Right? Where I encourage the grandparents to bring him out so we can seek some. I'm right now negotiating. Tomorrow morning I'll be meeting with some of the doctors at Georgetown Hospital to have this child fully evaluated medically. So we can, it's 5 years now he's suffering from a seizure, and it's terrible. Right? Coming back to the point of corruption, and you asked me the question about which one of the ministers, and as I said,
or if all of them,
right? The entire government.
The thing is, if you have information,
right?
Of course, as a politician, I will want
the entire government is corrupt. And why I say so, I'm directly involved as a victim of victimization because I wanted to expose corruption. So that is Vikram Bharat and me. I was at the station on that day when my son was arrested. Right? Sitting on the bench with my 7-year-old son, call the minister Vikram Bharat. Right? And he said to me, there's nothing he can do about that.
Wow.
Right? He said to me, I was at the station in the presence of the police. The police seized my phone. And I told them, I said, listen, I just want one call to call the minister because he knows me well. Right? And his people.
So clearly that came from higher powers then.
Right. So I'm giving you a breakdown. I don't want to say Minister Vikram corrupt, but I want to show you. I want to show this entire country how vindictive, how corrupt it is. Not a form of corruption. There are lands that are given out in diamond. There's a man that came from India by the name of Shankar Sharma. Right? He's a Pandit. And he has been given 2 acres or 2.5 acres of land in diamond between 19th Street and 18th Street, second four corner. Right? There's a big plot of land, and he is a JP. Right? He's a JP. Now, he has close connection with former Minister Anand Prasad. Anand Prasad, I questioned the issue of the land. And let me tell you where the corruption come from there. There's one corruption that I really want to highlight it for a number of years. This land was given to the community of Diamond, and it was orchestrated by the then Sri Prakash Gosai, who get the approval of this land for the community of Diamond. Right? Very sadly, not long after, he died in America with a heart attack. Right? This guy Shankar Sharma, who came all the way from India, he took over the land. He said he sell what he had in India, and he come here and he build on this land.
A private property?
A mandir. He built a mandir.
Okay.
So we were part of that temple. I'm a musician. And as much as I'm a Muslim, I'm a musician. Sometimes I go to the temple, I play instruments at the temple.
Because so what Anand Prasad had to do with this?
So I come into that. Okay. And I want to give you a breakdown as to how it links. And I'm going to show you again how vindictive these ministers are. At the temple, we had a meeting, and I raised the question about the accountability again. I'm a person always advocating for accountability and never get my way. When I advocate about the accountability of the temple, because one man running the show, he's collecting all the donation, he's doing everything, he's collecting all, nobody knows what's going on. And I said one day that this land is not a personal land. This land wasn't issued for a personal or a person by interest. This land, as far as I know, was orchestrated by the allocation was orchestrated because of the intervention of Prakash Gosai. And if you go to Diamond and you sit amongst the oldest set of people here, that is where the truth comes out. Because this is where I get my information from. So, and I know about it. I'm living not too far from there. So when the land was allocated, this man came out from Prakash Dai and he owned this land. He owned this land. We had an issue at the meeting. He pushed me 3 times. Because I raised the issue in the meeting, I called the Dharmic Sabha, who is headed by Dr. Vindi. The East Bank Prant is headed by Miss Camille Duki, who went to private school. And we had a very big meeting the night at that temple. And at that temple, when we had the meeting, an argument arise. There was dissatisfaction about the meeting. There were dissatisfaction about my questions at the meeting. The Dharmic Sabha, however, they encouraged me to hold this meeting. And they encouraged me to hold this meeting. I made contact with Mr. Dave Singh. I made contact with Ms. Camille Duki. I am deeply involved with all these people. And I raised the question. So they arranged to have a meeting now with the temple because of the issue surrounding the land. Right? They know all about this land. They know that the land doesn't belong to one person. But lo and behold, when they came to this meeting, and they gave me all the hopes that they come to address the situation, they came there and sit in that meeting and told me to leave the man alone. Right? That is the Dharmic Sabha East Bank Prant. They told me to leave the man alone, knowing that this man doesn't own his land. The minister, Anand Prasad, called me on my phone one time and tell me, back off and leave the man alone. Right? He wasn't satisfied with that. He reached some of the other comrades at another function, and he said, yeah, go back and tell that by Rafiq. Tell that by Rafiq. And I call him, he tell it to the vice chairman, and you see, he tell it to Mr. Balraj Bodo, who is the organizer for the PP. Those are the two persons he meet. And he said, tell Mr. Rafiq to back off because I'm going to come after you.
What the thing is?
Right? Again, if you know that these things are genuine, then why running from the accountability? Why threatening people? Why issuing threat? Why a minister can call me on my phone directly to tell me back off from the land? And what I would like to happen in the future, in the near future, is to have the camera rolling in all this corruption. I'm going to go to Diamond, identify the corruption. Local government is coming up. Election is going to be coming up in 2030. And I want to identify where I just want to sit and let the public listen to me. I want to show them what I'm speaking about. Right? Let them see that I was on a program with Mr. Mahipal. I talk about the land. I bring the evidence.
Yeah.
I talk about the corruption in the PPP. I was victimized. I have the evidence.
Yeah.
I can call the police now, Mr. Shaquille Pierce, on this program, who is the cybercrime officer, and you can talk to him direct on this program now, and he would tell you that Mr. Rafiq was victimized. Right? They remove a cybercrime officer from the station because the cybercrime officer, she sees nothing about my cybercrime problem. Her name was Miss Prescott.
So who you think pushed the cybercrime issue with you?
Mr. Vikram Bharat was direct behind this thing.
Okay.
Right? He was direct behind. Why I say this is because I was sitting in the station today when I see his vehicle came into the station compound. I can't say if he was in the vehicle.
Okay.
But it was his vehicle. Right? Came into the Diamond police station when I was sitting there. Right? Mr. Paul came and he went to the vehicle and they had a long conversation. Then came back into the cybercrime unit. Right? They treated me like when it's not I'm not surprised or expect a better treatment from them because this is a fallout period. Right? Because I'm exposing. So he was trying Mr. Ulrich Paul, who happens to be Rohi's son-in-law. Right? He feels very powerful that he's the chairman of the NDC and things like that.
And you see, and that's medicine. Just sit down here some medicine, right? Right away, me screwball come on like ping. And I can remember, I told y'all, I said sometime Muhammad them must start questioning them, man, and say, what going on, man? Where's this scene about? We trying to benefit. We want to know where we benefiting from this or where. I say that. I could remember I said that sometime Muhammad them could start telling them, man, yo, we're ready guy now. We ain't ready there on this no more, no. Not only being a president or running for politics, but although.
I got phone to do. Get the daddy?
Yeah.
Is your daddy on the phone?
Yeah. You want a phone?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. This is why I went heights, you know. Can you see how this man fall out with them? It's just so. Just because this man start questioning, this man fall out. That means them fall out with this man. Beside me. Yeah, buddy. I just now thinking and say, boy, got to be. Yes, I. Yeah, lifestyle.
A blessed night to you, my brother. Blessed night to you. Blessed night to you, Lyric. Love you. Bang, bang, bang. Lyric. Love you, baby girl. You love daddy. You being a good girl. Nice. Grand night to all kings. Grand night to all kings and queens, huh? And of course, with brains, you know what I'm saying? I'm loving this. I'm enjoying this. I am enjoying this. And exactly, I remember you said that, brother. It's only obvious if I is a billionaire in a country and I see you got Indians coming from India, you giving them certain things that they're supposed to get. It's only obvious I can ask you, hey, one with you buy, oh, you gonna give you that mind there for work? One with me, one with another man. We really dealing with. It's only obvious, it's common sense. How could I be a billionaire in my country? Friends with the government. We party and we flying out, we sitting and having dinner, lunch, everything. And I can see you doing stupidness. Because even if you was my friend Lion, I made you together and you doing things like that I know I supposed to be handling. I can ask you, hey, you stupid or something or what? I next to you and you talking to me about these things. It's brains, brother. You hear the man say, a man come all from India and take this land that's supposed to give to the people in diamond. I really want to know if Guyanese really listening to these things and taking the substance though, because you gotta explain to them, But what you could see is that Mohammed winning the next election. I guarantee that anybody want to come and put the money on it, bring your money. Mohammed is winning the next election. You know why? The Indians waking up faster than the black people in Guyana. And if black people don't catch themselves, there would never, ever be another black strong party in Guyana like PNC, brother. So I pray that Amanda join Mohammed. I pray this woman join Mohammed because Mohammed winning the next election. Once the Indians wake up in Guyana, understand me? And all of them go for Mohammed, you better believe it. It's landsliding. You know what I want? You know what I want? I am enjoying this. And somebody say that he can come apologize. This say I don't apologize. This man is explaining properly that if you ain't got no common sense to understand with this man telling you that this country corrupt, you hear the man say all of them corrupt. You mean for tell me the man got to spell it out for y'all? You got to spell it out for y'all. Some of y'all really need people to sit down and explain to y'all, Not for y'all left school, right? But not for y'all still got the school brains, Because not for y'all still believe we all here on radio, just like go popcorn say. Not for y'all still believe we all see on TV. Not for y'all still listening to the government.
Yeah.
Listen to reality here. We need a change coming next election. And Mohammed winning, I guarantee that. Black people best join me. Bang.
And this is what I'm going to tell you by additionally. He was recently charged for trafficking and I think it was illegal activities at a bar.
The same Paul?
Paul, he was recently, right? His own comrades from within the PPP called me and said to me that, your friend Paul, he had to pay $50,000 at the station because he was on bail. So I said, for what? Because of some illegal activities at the bar upstairs in G3 building just at the head of Diamond. Then I know that he's a part owner of the bar, right? Then I understand that he write a long letter to the NDC apologizing, using the chair to do this stuff, right? There's another form of corruption. So as I come back to the point now, the ministers of government use the man on the ground to carry out the illegal activities where they benefit from. The ministers benefit from these things, right? So when we want to question, the man on the ground is to dress up the effects of the ministers, to make them look nice. When they come, they want to have, like some of the ministers say, Rafik, when I come, I want the most powerful system. I want the most best mic. I want a good song, So they like to energize themselves by giving the public a big fairy tale. That is my conception of the government. They give this public a fairy tale, right? And on the ground, nothing works the way they speak on the top. That
Yeah, I've always said that
I've been in it.
they paint this picture like if everything is so good,
Correct.
and when the ground, when you face the reality, is something totally different.
Right. So when you see again that the government, now just imagine a man sitting at the highest level, who happens to be Barra Jagdeo, the vice president and the general secretary of the People's Progressive Party. I'm a card-bearing member. I sorry I work with a card to show you, but I'm a card-bearing member.
Well,
Was a card-bearing member.
I think after this, yeah, it was
right.
because
I
after
was a
this-
card-bearing member.
Well, let me tell you this:
well-
the APNU has a space for you, right? So,
Right. Well, I'm always interested in the politics.
Yes.
And I want listen. We were associated with the PNC. My grandparents, I think my grandfather, he had some association with the PNC.
Okay.
Even though that we are related, now I want the public to understand clearly that relatives, friends, business, I don't be subjected to these things when it comes to being truthful or being wholeheartedly wanted to help this country, right? I've tried helping in my little capacity that I served. I served the PPP as in a council, which is the Eccles Ramsworth.
You were going to tell me something about Jagdeo. You don't want to miss that, right?
So I come back to that. So I come back to that. So I'm trying to link my connection to where I came from, who I associated with, right? And then when the actual trouble, just imagine that you have this country don't have a future for the young people who involved in politics, right? Especially under the PPP. I want to rephrase that. No young person in the PPP doesn't have a future once they're honest and once they can speak the truth. Because I can tell you point blank here.
They got to be equally corrupt like the big ones.
I can tell you point blank here on this program that I have one of the person who wanted to speak truth, right? And people taking it to different levels. Now coming back to the vice president, with all this corruption that happened, we made a journey all the way to Freedom House one day, and he said to one of the comrades who messaged him, the comrade showed me on his phone that device, the GS says we can reach him at 4:00 at that location, Freedom House. Before we could have get to that location, ministers reached the president, the vice president before we, and they were told not to meet with me and meet with the delegation because we are not part of the PPP. We come in here to talk nonsense. So when we reach all the way to Freedom House, the general secretary is saying to come and meet him 4:00, and then we meet there, waiting downstairs in the lobby. Then he decided he's not going to meet us. Right? So when you ask about corruption, and I wish that, I wish one day that all these things that I'm saying here, they know me well. The People's Progressive Party and the ministers, them, especially on the East Bank, knows me well. President know me excellent because we're family. And I wish one day that he could arrange with a panel.
Yeah, but you see, this story is a different story because somebody which I can't pronounce the name started like when the man snitched on the Mr. President mother, he apologized and come and from something we never heard back about he. This is a different scene, because the man end up coming out because he name get called up in something, so he come for clear he name. It's like, man, he didn't just come and just try to expose the government in no way. If something went down, I think he name get called in something. Well, I know it's not the one with the glasses, the first one. Right? Wherever is it, he come out and he try clearing the name with something. He named the getting called in. So he try clear the name and let them know where they were going on. Wasn't me doing I think them they say with something with gold smuggling or something, and he said wasn't he or something like that. I think. And he said, oh, you know what I mean? He can't get for do it because it not this is the one with the weight name, but the one with the mother I could remember. It's something make he come out. What I'm say this totally different because this is the president cousin. You said, man, I doubt whether, and then you see he run to a journalist. He go to a politician, a person in the politician world. You understand? So this is saying no apologies and nobody apologizing. This man is to come for expose people. I telling you, this is what's going on.
To have this discussion with me and let me show him where the corruption lies and what I'm sitting here saying to you. I can say the same thing to him. I can lead him to the direction of corruption, and I can show him. But that's going to be throwing water on dog back. I'm going to tell you the point blank. I spoke several times with former members of the People's Progressive Party, high level. I go to Mr. Ramkaran office several times and I spoke with him. Right? And a senior man like that in the party, you came way longer than I am. Or I did. And it is not going to work. No matter what you say, it's not going to work. Because if Zulfikar Mustafa said that Riaz Rafiq shouldn't be a member of this party, the whole group could have approved me, and he says so, nothing gonna happen.
Oh.
Right? So I was told that. I was told that on my face. The members, the comrades on the East Bank and Grove and Diamond, especially the vice chairman for the NDC, Mr. Ramphal, he told me that. He said, try going to Freedom House. Try going to Freedom House and see if they're going to accept you back in the party. So I said to him that the People's Progressive Party, I have no need for them. They need me. What I have here and what I achieved during my lifetime when it comes to dealing with the public, I didn't get it from the People's Progressive Party. I worked for it. I studied for it. I was selected by United Nations. There's a guy named Trevor Ben in the PNC.
Yes.
You call Mr. Trevor Ben and ask him, Mr. Rafiq. I was selected on several occasions and programs to represent the UNDP at various programs, orchestrating projects in communities and various communities. You talk to Mr. Ben, you're going to hear. So this is not a fairy tale about the PPP. I'm genuinely upset about the artificial way in which the PPP attributes its governance toward this country. It's nothing genuine. Nothing genuine.
And you see several of these ministers and even Irfan accumulating huge wealth. And you wonder if their salary can provide them with this amount of ownership to properties and lands and all across the place. Like when I was in Region 9 and I spoke about Carl Singh, which was the only REO that was kept from the 10 REOs that the country has. He's the only one that was kept. I was shown a ranch and people told me that here is where Irfan normally comes to stay.
Correct.
Whenever he comes to Region 9. What do you know about that?
Well, the position is with these 10 REOs, the big question, you have 10 administrative regions in the country, 9 REOs was fired, and 1 was remaining. And that region is a wealthy region.
Oh, yeah.
It's a very wealthy region. There's a guy by the name, back in the days, we have Shabir Ali, used to be the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture coordinator there. And I visited that region on several occasions, along with Mr. Bendo and Esukibo, mainstay. And to hit the nail on the head is that why that one REO was remaining is because to protect the interests of the investment that is there by members of this government.
Oh.
You understand? It's to protect the interests of investment. Because
of cabinet ministers.
Ministers in the cabinet. Because if the president goes there, and you see, Mr. Mahipal, there are several things that happening around this country. I tried questioning the sheriff security and the sheriff hospital a few times. Right, Amir? And because I said to him, I asked Amir, I said that there are rumors that this business doesn't belong to you. You are just like a rubber stamp holding the position of this business, right? But the secret investment behind this here comes from within the cabinet, at the level of cabinet, right? That is a speculation. I don't want to say, well, I have the evidence of that.
You can't confirm.
I don't want to say that I have the evidence of that.
Yeah.
But my connection in the ground can say, I visit the Marara estate just behind Giflan Mall. There's a big, huge house they are building with pool. And If I lie on behalf of the person that told me this. But they say this is your cousin house, which is the president.
Irfan Ali?
Right. They say this is a cousin house. Now
that's Demerara Paradise.
Demerara Paradise, just behind Giffland
Behind
Mall.
Giffland Mall, Demerara
Right?
Paradise.
So I usually go to a function there by a big businessman, and just next door, there's big building, and one of the person, and the person is closely associated with the PPP too. So I don't.
This is show you nothing can stay secret by. People always is talk. Especially if you got rivalry with somebody, like your family and these kind of things, is a money man. You know what I mean? You gotta know certain things, cause he didn't even know though. And there's one of friends say, yo, I hear this your cousin house. It's like, man, this man really skin up there, making joke. I tell you. Yeah, Dion.
Good night, my brother.
Yes, sir.
That's enough to again. That's enough to family, my brother. Oh, what's going on, bro? Long time I've heard from you, bro.
Yeah, man, they're putting it ready for the party tomorrow. Don't know.
Oh, boy. That's a can be up here, bro.
I don't know, man.
Anyway, pick up business, my youth. Enjoy. Yeah. You see what's going on? When Bash come out and say a lot about Ali model, collecting the percentage and those things, bro. Huh? You see what's going on? Is everybody getting a drawback? Every single body getting a drawback, bro. It first starts with Muhammad, when Muhammad's father stated clearly that they have Suriname men, not Suriname, Venezuelan men with uniform, bro, coming over and selling these gold. And it proven what Bash said too, bro, that yes, these men just transport these gold, and there's got a thing in because they don't want to be 99.9%. You understand? But this thing that prevalent, bro, this is not no just now thing. But you see, again, once you're not affiliated with the PPP, bro, that teach you there now. You could murder somebody tomorrow, and the next day, bro, you get up, bro, once you're affiliated with the PPP. Look what's going on with Sheriff. Sheriff knocking down people, going in a vehicle, cussing up at the station. Nobody in your time with the for arrest as yet. Put him behind bars. Do you see what's going on, bro? And I hope the US ambassador and everybody seeing that Guyana is so corrupt that we can't even see part of his nose, bro. You understand me, brother? All right, I'm listening, my brother. Take it, play.
I think they would lie.
Okay.
Right? They said this is a cousin place. Right? So these are things. Now, one of the things that I'm interested in, if I'm interested in continuing in politics, right, I'm prepared to take the first bullet in anything. Why I say that? Not the physical bullet, but I want to be on the forefront to ensure that accountability, transparency, and a total accountability system,
good governance
is in place for your thing. But I can tell you that, Mr. Mahipal, I've been through this. I'm 43 years of age now. And I can safely say at this age, as a young man who wanted to be successful in politics and to help my country, it is very difficult. It is very difficult. You have to be corrupt in order to be involved in the government, especially under the PPP government. Right? You have to be corrupt to involve in the PPP government. And I won't say any government, because we had government who work, and there were presidents, former president, who owns nothing today. These big mansions and pool and resorts and overseas and all.
You know, I'm a PNC, a very strong PNC.
Yes.
But I have a special love for Donald Ramotar. You know why? Because I see Ramotar as one of the fighters for real governance. I see him as a fighter for accountability and transparency, basically. Not that his government was pure, because they had severe accountability issues too. But I think Ramotar was more grassroots oriented and people oriented in comparison to Irfan and Barra Jagdeo. I personally think Irfan and Barra Jagdeo are very, very corrupt. But I think Ramotar had a better connection with the ground. What would you say to that?
Well, you see, in the PPP, in the People's Progressive Party in itself, there's in the PPP there are people who speak out as well, though, but they have to be very silent when they speak because they're gonna be one like me. You know, there are persons who are going to tell you from time to time that, okay, this country can run good, but who's sitting at the helm of government? It is Bara Jagdeo. And that is coming from his own people. You know, that is coming from his own people that, okay, Bara Jagdeo is sitting there staring Irfan. So Irfan doesn't have opportunity to manage the country. Bara Jagdeo controls Irfan, right? Irfan and Bara Jagdeo have to sit at a forum to fire 10 administrative officers. He's the president, regional
Yeah, I
REOs.
found that funny too.
Right? Why is it Bara Jagdeo is involved in some of the major things? One of the things that I always question is, why is Bara Jagdeo in charge of one of the largest economic hub, which is the oil industry? He's at the head of this entire operation, right? When it comes to the oil, the production of oil. He is the man that well outspoken about oil, right? Why is it he answering all the question on every press conference and not the president? Why is it he deeply involved? Why is it he decided to have outreaches at the Alfreton Center and Esukebo and all this place as the vice president? Why not the president? So what is coming from within the party, demonstrates how the people think that who is really heading the government, who's really managing this country.
Who do you think will be the next presidential candidate?
Well, to be honest with you, Mr. Mahibal, I've been around most of these ministers. In my mind, I don't think that there's any fitting person. All of them is not a change of presidency.
No, I don't think they're gonna become president.
The system. Even if they change and another one go there as a presidential candidate, the system remains the same. The system would never change.
The system is just corrupt.
And what is heartening, I want to say this clearly because there are people, all the supporters going to be watching this interview. What is heartening is that I've said that I went through all the acrobats in the PPP. I was taught directly by Cherry Jagan. I worked directly under Janet Jagan. I was a national coordinator of the PYO, right? And you know why we had a problem at the PYO level? Because I buy food for the staff. One meeting, I buy food for the staff, and they decided to say, well, you can't spend the party money to buy food. I'm having people coming there from work, sitting at a PYO meeting, having meaningful discussion on youth, going out in the communities. The president had initiated the Presidential Youth Choice Program at that time. I was the helm of that. I had to go out, identify projects, and all this. Also with the UNDP, right? So when it comes to I come to the acrobat and I know so much about everything, but the system would always remain the same because it doesn't matter who be the presidential candidate of the PPP. That come out directly from in 2005 when we were the Congress in Essequibo. That came directly from the then president, which is now the vice president, Mr. Bara Jagdeo. Right? I was sitting right there. It was like, it doesn't matter who is the president. Right? It doesn't matter who is the president once the PPP remain in power. So the presidency in this country has no kind of effect on how the president should function.
Because
Article 177 doesn't, what's allowed.
Man, no city. You see, buddy, if anybody really questioning anything this man saying, everything that this man saying is we sit down and talk about, right or wrong. You hear the man say? The man said the whole system got get rid of. That ain't why they're saying that the PPP got dismantled, bro. And we got to use Muhammad to do it because there's no other strong black man. Right now, Darwin is doing far better than enough people, bro. Darwin, brother. Darwin is out there now with the people, brother, and bringing out the stories and the truth. Exactly everything this man talking about. And your man that no call him. See him, Dion? You only talking about you who the American ambassador. She corrupt down there too. She corrupt down there too. You know what this woman say before election? This woman say, we will work with Mohammed if Mohammed get in power. It's no, we can get wrong that. And then when the election done, the shit around and say something different. You can't see everything. This woman corrupt down there too. I never bet all my money if she got a husband down there, you don't know what's going on. Big man, she's a piece of trash down there too. She's nothing. You heard this man now say, anybody that working with the PPP, corrupt. Because you hear this man now say, why is Jagio not the president? And he heading the biggest corporation in Guyana with the president supposed to be controlling. You mean to tell me that this trash woman in Guyana that's the ambassador, you know that? For to stand up and talk about it? Huh? Look, if most people ain't learning nothing from this that never learned before, everything that this man talking, all this man doing is say, look, we're fire been telling you all these things is truth. Bang.
Bang. Yeah, man, you don't know how it goes already. At least we get the substance, you know. Yeah, it's still, no, so it's sticky. Very, very tight. It's like, man. It actually the video actually done, so we actually get the substance of the video. Big up everybody that tune in. You don't know you get a 2-hour show direct. Or actually you don't know. Big up everybody there's a part I could take a take out. Like I told you guys, I'm not gonna be here all night. I gotta go in my bed, I gotta get some rest. I gotta wake up early and deal with things. So big up to everybody that definitely tune in, check in. Definitely gonna be back. We're gonna be back Monday, but we said Sunday night. Like I said, to how I say our record and wherever is it, try to record some piece of the party so you guys could see. So Sunday night, I'm gonna come live on Fire Feeling Clips TV. Once I'm up and running, well, it's Sunday night. I can catch myself Sunday, and then Sunday night, you don't know. But big up all the new subscribers, guys. Big up to everybody who's sending their birthday greetings. I love you guys. You don't know. Peace and love. Keep supporting me. Until Monday, hold it strength. Stay safe. Stay blessed. And you don't know what's going on. Do the right thing and don't let the right thing do you. Peace and love.
You Georgetown, get ready for it. When Royal Productions alongside Ivy Sip present Shamrock Birthnight. You Georgetown, get ready for it. You Georgetown, get ready for it. When Royal Productions alongside Ivy Sip present Shamrock Birthnight Exception Concert Part 2 on Saturday, May 30th, 2026. The Girls Guide Pavilion comes alive. Live performances by Nature Boy, Mario Keen, Ezzy Ratcliffe, Rallo, Wi-Fi, Maribel, Stumpy, God I King 9, Lambi, Firefred, Alabama, Upliftment, Bali's, and Ja Isla, all backed by the live trumpet sound band with MC Chow Pow. Music provided by DJ Mark and DJ Safi. So make sure you log in that date. It's Exemption Concert Part 2. Georgetown, get ready for it. When Royal Productions alongside
Shine Bright Promotions present Hype Over Fashion. Hype Over Fashion. Fire Feelings Birthday Celebration.
Thick man, badam, bumbo, clock rich.
Spring Color Sexy Edition. Hype Over Fashion. Saturday, May 30th, 2026 at 440 S. Charlton Road, Stone Mountain, Georgia. Music by Fire Impact International, Alliance Family, DJ Reds, and Negus British. Hype Over Fashion. Fire Feelings Birthday Celebration. Spring Color Sexy Edition on Saturday, May 30th. Doors open from 10 p.m. This event is sponsored by Shine Bright Promotion, Let's Talk the Things TV, FF Vibes Radio, and Eventually Consultancy.
Just fuck a girl from Brooklyn. Stush thing.